very much, Gaurav, my friend. Thank you very much for your time because it's by night right now in your country. Thank you very much for coming with us. And please, we want to listen to you. And thanks for sharing, my friend. Thank you very much. Please.
My pleasure, Leonardo.
Go ahead.
Okay, welcome everyone. So I am Gaurav, and so let me just briefly tell me about myself. So I have been working on project management and program management, and I'm also an professional agile and IT delivery leader, author and a speaker. And apart from this, I write articles and in various magazines on robotic process automation, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and personal agility, right? And I've also been a reviewer for PMI's Standard for Earned Value Management and a book on agile contracts. Apart from this, I'm also Digital Media Global Director for PMO Global Alliance. And I'm also holding an honorary position of Senior Official of IAPM, that is Institute of Association of Project Managers, Switzerland, for metropolitan area of Noida, India. So I'll just go on to the agenda. The agenda for this session is I'll be covering traditional PMO practices, how it differs from agile PMO practices, and what is the role of organizational learning in building this community of practice, right? So when we talk about community of practice, what all we need to take care apart from the traditional roles which we have in project management offices, right? What is the approach we are going to take, and how we can transform into community of practice from a traditional model, right? And of course, how community of practice helps in creating the value, and last but not the least, the network of practice. So before moving actually to the community of practice model, I'll first discuss the role of traditional PMO practices and how agile PMO practices differs from it. Right. So let's see a few of the salient points of traditional PMO practice. So the role of traditional PMO practice is more towards setting the direction, maintaining and ensuring standards, best practices, right? And the status of project management across an organization. So the role is more towards creating practices and standards so that the projects can be executed in a repeatable and standardized form, right? So that's more towards the traditional PMO role. And it is more towards sequential and hierarchical model, right? But again, it has got limited scalability due to sequential model, and it is less collaborative and flexible and more focused towards output. So I'll be differentiating it with Agile PMO, what all Agile PMO has. So these are the basic points in terms of traditional PMO practices. Now coming to the Agile PMO practices, it provides more adaptability and flexibility in application. How? So basically when we talk about Agile practices, so it focuses more on building iterative and incremental form of delivery, right? So in shorter iterations, we deliver value to the end customer. So the objective is that at the end of each iteration, we deliver some value. So now coming to the PMO part, which is again maintaining and managing the best practices across the organization, the PMO also needs to adopt the role of agility and also help in enabling the sharing of learnings, right? So the focus is on continuous improvement. Now, how it can happen? It needs to be more collaborative in nature. It needs to coordinate more. And at the same time, there has to be consistency in value delivery, right? So the Agile PMO also focuses on prioritizing the high value projects, right? So that's the important role. Unlike in traditional PMOs, where Agile PMO helps in prioritizing and also finding the high attention projects, right? So this is how Agile PMO can help in prioritization, then focusing on the areas which we need to improve upon, and accordingly you uh, route your investments in those projects or engagements which are more profitable and give more value to the end customer. And at the same time, it also enables better governance and capability uplift, right? It also helps in organizational agility. So what organizational agility actually means? It means that whenever there is a change in business or there is a change in market trend, so the organization needs to adapt quickly by delivering innovative business solutions. So there should be an adaptability to change, not only in terms of delivery, but also within the organization. If there is a need to change in the culture, maybe change in the status quo, the existing practices which are not aligned. So that's how Agile PMO helps in fostering the organization level agility.